Well, good morning, everybody. Aaron Phillips and Mr. Neal, how are you?
We look ridiculous.
I absolutely feel like, actually, you know what? It's kind of, I feel like my bike is parked outside somewhere. But yeah, no. So we're getting ready here. We're early. So hopefully you all on Facebook can hear us. We're testing out a new piece of equipment that hopefully our audio sounds better and crisper as if we are actually coming from a studio. So
we're in a very large studio. You know, we're at the Atomic Fallout Shelter, or the Fallout Shelter. I guess Nevada and Atomic and Fallout Shelter are on the same page of the dictionary. I mean, it's a huge place here, and it's very large, factory-type building, and it's cold.
I was just going to say, makes the temperatures, as you can see, I still have my jacket on. You were silly enough not to come with the jacket. So I know he's freezing, looking for coffee as much as he possibly can now.
Yeah, but I have Sequoia National Forest, so my sweater is somewhat keeping me
that's good.
A little warm.
That's good. And it's important because since you were sick not too long ago, we need you to stay healthy.
Yes, and I recovered fully, and now my back is out.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm falling apart.
All right. Well, listen, so we are now officially recording on our recording device so we can create the audio. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We are a little bit earlier. We announced that we were going to start at 11:30, but we're early. Everything is set and ready to go. So we figure, what the heck? Why keep our audience waiting?
Listen, we have way too much fun anyhow. So
That's true.
Let's turn the mics up. Let's turn the apparatus, electronic stuff on. We have a visual in front of us of the Atomic Rollergirls stretching. No, they're not really practicing. They're stretching. They're doing things I did 40 years ago and only dream of doing right now.
Exactly. So, yeah, they are definitely getting ready. The reason we're here, and we talked about on last week's show, next Saturday, 1 week from today, the Atomic Rollergirls will be holding a fundraiser event, and the name of that event is KRINGLE vs KRAMPUS.
Basically, like Chris Kringle?
I guess so. I mean, you know, when it comes to roller derby, they come up with unique names, but it's like an intra-squad event where it's all the Atomic Roller Girls, and they do their thing. And they're raising money next week for the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. And you'll notice behind Neal and I, also the Nevada Childhood, the Nevada Childhood Cancer, but they also had another one up there, the Nevada Partnership of Youth. I think we covered it up with the Atomic Roller Girls banner.
We did.
So there's actually two organizations, but the event for next week is intended for the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation that they're raising money for here.
You know me, I get involved with children's charities. That's my passion. My passion is kids, and as well as yours.
Yes.
And just another, check mark from twin brothers, different mothers, and how similar we really are.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So we're here today. They're having a practice for some of the newer skaters. Hammer, who is the president of the Atomic Roller Girls.
That's her nickname.
That's her nickname. We are under solid oath, though, that we must not give out their real names. They have to be only called by their derby names.
I'm Lane Yontrop.
What?
That's Neal Portnoy backwards.
Is that like Stanley Yelnats from that movie Holes?
No, it's actually Neal Portnoy backwards is Lane Yontrop.
Okay. All right. His medicine will kick in soon, folks.
Yeah,
Don't
really,
you worry.
I hope it does.
So next week, 7 p.m., right here at the Fallout Shelter, 3600 West Akendo. It literally is just south of Valley View and Russell. We had a great view of the Raiders Stadium being built today. We saw really ends of the stadium up.
You kept yelling at the white truck to move so you could take a picture.
Neal was driving, and I'm trying to take some pictures so I can post them later, and this white truck was coming on the on-ramp behind us, and they was right in the middle of my shot.
It is amazing how quickly that is going up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, when you put your mind to this stuff, it's crazy how quickly this – and it has to be. It's got to be ready for 2020.
Right.
And also the baseball stadium, the new Las Vegas ballpark's going up pretty quick too.
Now that we're talking athletics, I learned something that I was unaware of from an individual last night.
Gotcha.
The T-Mobile Arena.
Okay.
Do you know that they only they come out of one tunnel, the visitors and the home team, because when they built it, they looked toward the future of getting the NBA to also play at T-Mobile, and that there's actually a setup on the other side of T-Mobile
Okay.
for an NBA team.
Did not know that.
I learned that last night.
Well, I know wrestling events come into the T-Mobile Arena too. The WWE actually opened up the T-Mobile Arena with an event called Money in the Bank when the arena first opened. So, and here's the thing, and it's funny you bring this up about basketball. I don't mean to jump around, but I shared an article yesterday. I know
around.
it's like watching the cat chase the red light on the wall. But I reposted and reshared a story. Now, today we're supposed to find out what the old Las Vegas 51's new name and logo is supposed to look like, right?
Yes, they had announced, I read it in the RJ, that today is the day we will have the new name for the formerly called 51s.
Right, and we know that's the affiliate of the Oakland Athletics. But the story that I reshared led back to what it would take for Major League Baseball franchise to actually come to Vegas, because if you may recall, you were not here at the time, but you being in sports as you are, you may remember when the Montreal Expos were looking to leave Montreal, they were literally deciding between Las Vegas and Washington, and it is believed.
And the commissioner shot it down because he said they'll never be
Selig,
right.
Absolutely.
Right.
But at the same token, the threat of, I really think the owners of the Expos really want to go to Washington, and the conspiracy theory is the fact that Las Vegas at that time was being used as a pawn for Washington to raise the ante for the formerly known Montreal Expos.
Absolutely what happened.
So, and it's a shame because we're going to see, everybody sees how hockey of all things is being supported here. Hi, Sheila. Hello, Carla. Hello, Barry, already out there. We appreciate it.
I just looked at the door. I thought they were coming in, and then I looked and said, oh, he's watching his computer.
No, I'm watching my computer. Yeah. So, by the way, I would love to know how our sound is on Facebook Live, because we've hooked up a new piece of attachment from our soundboard here where all the sound is going through direct to my phone for Facebook. So hopefully it sounds a lot better, crisper, almost as if you're sitting here with us, listening to us on the radio. But anyway, so I digress. Yeah, that is a roller skate.
You know, I asked the girls, I'm holding this, our prop, but it's an actual roller skate, and they've got these things on the front. I guess it's like a giant eraser.
They're called stoppers.
Yeah, same thing.
Or brakes.
Or brakes. Yeah, I asked them, how do you stop? Because we're looking out at this flat surface, which they're going to be soon practicing on.
Right.
And Aaron and I both asked, well, how do you stop? And the girl looked at us.
I know
and
how I would stop.
Yeah, we'd hit a wall somewhere.
Exactly.
But there were these giant, from the ceiling pole to the floor,
There's
that
five.
are padded. And she looked at us and said, we just grabbed the pole. Nice.
Well, that's because the floor, there's no walls. There's no boards around like you would think in a hockey game, in a hockey rink, you have the boards around. There's no such thing in roller derby, and this is flat track roller derby. This is not the derby that I grew up watching in the 70s and 80s on New York stations, where it's the bank track, where people would go flying over the railing when they were being hip checked going around the track.
These helmets look like they're from the 70s.
Yes, they
80s.
are. And we are donning some of the equipment that is used, the safety headgear, and of course on the table in front of us, in front of me, are the knee pads and elbow pads, and of course the basic kind of skate. And you'll notice, unlike skates I have in my garage, which I meant to bring, these are ankle length skates. These are not the ones that like high top sneakers like I have, because mine are like street skates, sort of. But the lower level, for some reason, I would think you'd want more support when you're going around the track, getting past the opposing team. We're
auctioning these off.
That's right.
These are game worn. No,
game worn. Yeah, are they signed? Are they signed?
No, they're not even signed.
But let's go back to that, because you segued very nicely, which I like. So next Saturday, the 17th, KRINGLE versus KRAMPUS to raise funds for the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. Starts at 7. Doors open at 6:30. I think I will be part of the PA internal calling crew with their normal person. I'll be getting the rosters today of everybody's name. You're going to be here in attendance next week.
Can I be the rodeo clown? I'm good at that stuff.
Absolutely. I don't know if there's a break for. Well, there's always a break for clowns.
I'm not going to slip on the surface like on ice, so I might even go out and like break up a fight or something. What do you think? That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask.
Be the special enforcer.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to happen. But I mean, they have things like that, and they all have nicknames and. And
I'm waiting for the rosters. I only know of Hammer. The gal that you were talking to beforehand, before we went on I know her real name, but she didn't give us her skating name. But she is definitely a roller derby girl. You can definitely tell that. Another participant looks like is coming in now. She's got her bags in hand. I think this one that's coming in now, I think she brought in 3 big? How heavy are those gallons of water that go up on those machines? 5 pounds?
5 pounds.
5 pounds. So she brought in 3 of them in one hand. She brought in 15 pounds of water jugs. Is that crazy?
That's nuts.
What's got your attention? You were looking at something.
I love kids. There's a little kid, one of the girls' children, I imagine.
Okay.
That's in a bomber jacket, a little leather bomber jacket, tugging it. Looks like mom.
Probably mom.
Yeah, and running around and doing circles, and now I love that.
I'm looking out on the track, and this practice is no joke. Their medicine serves when I went out there are about 10 or 12 pounds. They've got dumbbells out there, probably varying weights of 10 to 20 pounds. Mats to stretch on. They were running laps before to warm up, which I think you and I should do just to get blood circulating.
Looks like bocce ball the way they're rolling.
They have
with
2
their
red,
feet, yeah.
Right? They have 2
the
small
little
balls.
guy just took a spill.
Oh no! No points for the team. He got bowled over by the ball, not a blocker.
Yep.
So the participants are now 10-team. But anyway, let's talk about next week. So you can get tickets, and all proceeds are going to the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. So you can go online right now, and it's a pretty long website. So let me see if I can quickly get it to you. I actually reshared the
graphic.
Reshared. It looks like we're frozen on our Facebook, so hopefully it'll catch up. So we'll give that a minute. But anyway, I reshared the flyer on my Facebook page, and hopefully you'll be able to go out there. Hi, Terry. Hi, Ivy Portnoy, and Carly is out there. So people are joining in, and we appreciate that. Let me see if I refresh my screen and if we'll bring the Facebook Live up. So we are in, as Neal mentioned before, we literally are inside a warehouse, and I'm using a hotspot on my phone for internet connection, so it may jump in and out. But anyway, so I did reshare the post, but the website is down at the bottom, and it is https:// and you have to type all this in, 2// KRINGLE VS KRAMPUS, KRAMPUS, 2 dot B as in boy, P as in Peter, T as in Thomas, .me. It's a lot.
Can I read that now? Because
yeah, sure,
maybe they'll understand it from me.
Go ahead.
I had no idea what you said. Their website is https:// Kringle, KRINGLE V as in Victor, S KRAMP as in Peter, US, the number 2 dot B as in baseball, P as in Peter, T as in Tom, .me.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah, but I did it with so much more emphasis.
Yes, you did.
And enthusiasm that I don't even know what the hell I said.
Well, the lighting in here, I got to be honest, isn't terrific. We're using a light source over my camera because we literally are in a dark part of the warehouse. But if you go online, actually, if you go on to Atomic Girls on Facebook, they have a Facebook page. I know the information is there. You can also look up online, atomicrollergirls.org, which, interestingly enough, the league that they belong to is a 501c3 league. It's a nonprofit league. So these gals who are out there having fun participating, all the teams, I think there's 4 teams here in Vegas, they're not making anything on this. They're doing this for fun, and they're giving back to the community. So your ticket purchases, if you want to buy early bird in advance, which means like right now, it's only $12 plus $1.41 for service handling and stuff, but for only $12. General admission tickets the day of the event, that's $15. And if you want VIP sitting, which I'm guessing might be right on the track floor rather than around the outside, that's $20 per ticket. VIP seating is a guaranteed seat. It comes with a bonus goodie bag and complimentary drink voucher. So you get the whole kit and caboodle if you decide to get a VIP ticket. So if you buy early, it's only $12 for gen admission, $15 admission the day of the event next Saturday, or VIP seating guarantees you a seat with a goodie bag and drink vouchers. I think that's a deal right there.
It's a great deal. It's a great cause. It's a fun time out, thinking outside the box, trying something you've never done before,
right?
Seeing something you've probably never seen before. And I'm reading a little 8.5 by 11 flyer thing here. There's an after party featuring DJ True :129. I don't know what the hell that is. What is that?
That's the DJ's name. That's the person who's going to be spinning the tunes after the event.
I thought it was like John, :5 that we always see at events that they brought in like his associate or something.
They're using the barbells or the dumbbells and balls out there now, sitting on the floor doing those side to side twists with your legs up off there. I do them in CrossFit. Now they're doing squat exercise. And I found out from Hammer before we went on the air, she's actually currently a level 1 trainer for CrossFit. She's working towards being certified in level 2 so she can actually teach CrossFit classes. So as I'm watching this, a lot of the movements that she's having them do to loosen up are pure CrossFit. I've done everything so far that she is showing them in my CrossFit classes.
I've done them as well, but then I woke up.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Hey, by the way, we have to do some other business here. Last week on our show, which was actually a great show, our second show, not that Saturday wasn't a good show, but Sunday was a good show. We had Aline Jacobson with us, the hypnotherapist, right? Great response. I want to thank everybody for watching live and everybody who's gone back to watch the videos. Again, starting this Monday the 10th and the 17th, she has 2 days. You have 4 classes you can attend to participate in her holiday stress and guilty eating seminar to help take the pressure off at this time of year. So it's Monday, December 10th or Monday the 17th. You have 2 choices, 1 to 3 p.m. or 7 to 9 p.m. $99 a person to register. If you bring somebody else, each of you will save $10 and it will only be $89. Now, right now they're doing the exercise I hate the most, and they're doing burpees. I hated them in football, and I still hate them now. Anyway, I digress. Again, cat chasing the red light. So it is being held at Aline's house. So it is going to be quiet and confidential and private and relaxed. She can do about 5 to 7 people comfortably for each session. If there's more, that's great. Not a worry. If you are interested in registering and how to ease the stress on your holidays, give Aline a call, 702-277-5856. And if you're not in the local area, she'll be more than happy to arrange with you a Skype session. She can do it online with you and give you all the tips that you need to have a healthy and stress-free holiday. So
I like the Skype sessions because back
you were going to say something else. No, I know what you were going to say.
I was, but back east, we had a little business. It was called Scope, which is
not the mouth.
Go in for this, thing.
A cleansing,
like
thing.
A
colonoscopy.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So whenever I hear Skype, I always think of Scope.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'm a little, sensitive to the BS word. I don't know.
Yes. I was going to go. So, by the way, for everybody listening or anybody that's going to join in, you might want to share this. We have tickets to give away today to one of the comic shows. And Sharon, I know you're listening, and I did not print it off, and I do not want to bring up my messenger and get off of the comments box here. So Sharon, just retype in the name of the comedy show, the days it's available. But we are going to give away 2 tickets. It's a show over at Alexis Park that is available Thursdays through Sundays. It's an 11 o'clock show, sort of like the Hilarious 7 kind of comedy show that they had at Hooters not too long ago. But it's a comic show. It's a comedian show. So we're going to give away pairs of tickets to that, and we're going to do that by virtue of asking trivia questions about roller derby.
Related to roller derby.
Right. So, and I'm going to simply ask you to punch in your answer into the chat box to do that. And if you are correct, I will need you to send me
private message, your email address, or in our homepage of Twin Brothers from Different Mothers, there's a blue bar right under our picture that says email, send email. You can click on that and send me your email, because then the casino will send you all the information you need to claim your voucher for your comedy show. Comic Battles, thank you. Sharon, see, somebody is listening out there. Comic Battles is the name. Thursday through Sunday, 9 p.m. Is it set 9 p.m., not 7? I apologize. So if you get the answer right, you'll need to send me your email so I can get it on to the folks over at the Alexis Park to get you your ticket information. Okay, should we ask the first one? Now, we're going to probably be on until 12:30. This is an extended version because when practice is done, Hammer's going to come join us. So what do you say we throw our first trivia question out and see how these things go, Neal? What do you think? We know the answers. We
don't qualify. Okay. So if you listen to last week's show, Saturday's show, we kind of talked about roller derby. We talked about some of the positions on the team, right? Correct. Roller derby track positions.
They have blockers. Yeah, I know.
Don't give away the answer. He's just given away 1/3 of the answer. So
I did.
There are 3 positions in roller derby. Oh. One of them is a blocker. Tell me the name of the other 2 positions in roller derby other than a blocker. There's 2. Give me the correct answer on both. No, let's do it this way. Give me an answer on one or the other, and we'll give away 2 sets of tickets. How's that?
That's tremendous.
All right. So give me the names of the other. First person to chime in with the correct answer will get the tickets. So, Yeah, and you must be over 21, by the way, and there is free parking down there for this event. So what are the other two positions on a roller derby team during a bout? It is called a bout. It is not a game. It is a bout. Not about like A-B-O-U-T. It is a B-O-U-T.
B-O-U-T, bout.
Correct. That's what they call it.
Spelling bee. I was never good at those, by the way.
Were you? I used to look forward to them.
I was better at numbers. Letters, straight lines, drive me up a wall, crooked ones I draw all the time. I have no problem with.
Now, you and I love talking about the entertainment in Las Vegas, which is more than plentiful in this town.
Correct.
But we also know that the casinos love to have residences, right?
Yes.
So I found an article, which I think I reshared on my Facebook page, the 7 new concert residences in Las Vegas. So I'm going to just
Is that called residencies?
I guess it is. Residencies, not residences. Well, past tense. I don't know. Residences, residencies. Okay. These are people that are going to be at casinos for more than one date. How's that? So the first one that I want to mention, Lady Gaga is coming in to the Monte Carlo, I believe. Oh, no, Park MGM.
Park MGM.
Formerly the Monte Carlo. She has a combination of 27 shows between December 28th and June 9th. So more dates will be added. There are 2 shows, Enigma, focusing on her pop hits, and Jazz and Piano, featuring stripped-down versions of her hits and some classics. Now, didn't she do a duet with Tony Bennett a few years ago, which got great reviews?
Unbelievable reviews. I mean, it's like putting yin and yang together and saying it's going to work. It was brilliant.
And I'm glad they started with this one because you and I both loved A Star Is Born and think she did a tremendous job.
You know what I loved as well? For us locals here in Las Vegas, we are very familiar with the name Stephanie Calvert. Have you ever heard of Stephanie?
Yes, I have. I've seen her perform.
Yeah, Stephanie is on tour with Starship, which used to be Jefferson Airplane. And she got up on a Wednesday evening at Kelly Clinton Homes Tuscany Piazza Lounge event and did the Star Is Born song that Lady Gaga did in the movie and absolutely knocked it out of the park.
I'll tell you what, Lady Gaga doing
talent.
it in the movie was great, but Stephanie that night, she hit it out of the park.
It's just, you had chills. You had, as Jennifer Lopez would say, I had the goosies.
That's right. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. So far, we have no answers yet to that first question, but again, to repeat, I'm putting it into the chat box. What are the other positions of a roller derby team other than the blocker? For your correct answer, be the first to answer one or the other. You'll win 2 tickets to the comedy show Comic Battles over at Alexis Park Thursday through Sunday, 9 p.m. But if you win, you will need to send me in private message your email so I can get you hooked up. So
there are 3 positions, correct?
There are 3, including the blocker, which you mentioned before.
I already mentioned blocker, and there's
2 more.
3 branches of government, right?
I don't know. It depends on which government you want to talk about.
Our government. There are 3 branches. Most politicians don't know what they are, by the way. Which is sad.
Isn't that sad?
It's sad.
I lost my track of the story.
I always do that to you. I'm
yes,
sorry.
You do. Yeah, you do. There we go. Okay. So the next, Aerosmith. Who doesn't love Aerosmith and Steven Tyler? Right?
Boston boys.
Yeah. And he's also the godfather of a friend of mine who I know, who you know also, Michelle,
That's
from
right. Yep.
doTERRA Oils. And I think she's actually in the chat room right now. I saw her in there. So thank you, Michelle, for listening. So Aerosmith will also be at Park MGM. 18 performances are slated between April 6th and July 9th. So they'll be spread out. Next one with the residency, Lady Antebellum will be performing at the Palms Resort Casino.
Should bring the other 2 guys? Because it's Lady... Oh, that's the name of the band.
Right, that's the name of the band.
There's 3 people in that band, too. It's like 3 forms of government. You know,
there's a lot of
roll here. Yeah, go,
a lot of 3s. Palms Resort Casino, 15 shows scheduled between February 8th and August 31st. Now, Britney Spears will be coming back yet again. Back at Park MGM. 32 shows will be scheduled between February 15th through August 17th at Park MGM.
Is she actually going to sing this time? Because somebody told me everything's lip sync.
Yeah, because she dances a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's easy for her to lip sync and dance and not breathe heavy or something. I don't know. It's a shame that you're paying good money to see her lip sync.
They're breathing really heavy out on the floor right now, working out.
Yes,
I'm watching
they're doing bear crawls right now. That's what those are called, if you didn't know what those are that the ladies are doing.
They don't look like bears. Well, maybe a couple of them do.
Oh, stop.
I'm sorry.
Stop. This is going on their website. James Taylor will be at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace.
JT.
Yeah, he's a classic. 12 shows between April 17th and May 11th. Billy Idol. Now, there's a throwback, right?
No, I'm not into Billy Idol. James Taylor I've seen 4 or 5 times up at Great Woods, up in Massachusetts, up at in the Berkshires.
Right.
He just puts on an unbelievable show.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be at the Coliseum. Shows begin April in 2019. Billy Idol, he'll be performing at the Palms Casino Resort. He's got 5 shows scheduled for January, and he's got 5 shows scheduled for October. I guess he's spreading them out to make people want more.
I saw him at the House of Blues.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. But you got to stand up. You know, you go downstairs and you got to stand up all night. Not good for me.
Homie doesn't stand to watch shows.
Well, no. You know, it's not my type of music. But
right.
It's Billy Idol.
There you go. And the classic, Smokey Robinson, will be over at Wynn Las Vegas between February 27th, March 1st and 2nd. So Smokey Robinson and his classic hit. So I wanted to share that because you and I, listen, we love the local talent and we'll push local talent till the cows come home first. But we also know people who are outside of Las Vegas, as much as we would love them to go see a lot of our local talent. Let's face it, they come to see the big entertainers at the bigger arenas and the bigger hotels, and that's where they like to stay.
That's where they like to spend their money. They're usually staying in a 5-6-star hotel. Part of their packages, they want to spend the hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to see these international celebrities, which is okay. But for Aaron and myself, we would much rather see world-class entertainment, which is actually local entertainers here. There's so much entertainment in this city, so many stars, and get just as good of a show.
Absolutely. By the way, we have a winner for our trivia contest.
We do.
And because this person answered both, because no one else answered anything else.
Did they Google it?
No, listen, this gentleman, I want to share with people who, by the way, our friend Sharon, who's watching, the lady who's helping with those tickets, she obviously saw Stephanie with Starship and loves her. She put that into the chat box.
Stephanie's the best.
But this gentleman, do you ever watch, have you gone up to Bonnie Springs yet?
I have.
Have you gone to the Old West Town?
I have.
Have you come across a sheriff in that town with the badge and everything? Wears glasses.
Is he one of the wooden things?
He's not a wooden. No,
he's a real person.
He's a real person.
No, I haven't met him.
Well, his name is Joe Tasso. Up there, people know him as Sheriff Joe. People also know him as.
I thought he was in Texas, Sheriff Joe Apollo.
No, that's a different Joe. This is Joe Tasso, good friend. Yes, he did again. You made me lose my train. Oh, Joe. So he's also known as Angry Joe because he's also good friends with Zach Bagans, the guys from Ghost Adventures who have the Haunted Museum downtown.
Haven't been there.
And Joe Tasso was on the episode with the guys from Ghost Adventures when they were doing their hunting up at Bonnie Springs. It's a haunted place up there, and they actually do paranormal stuff out there as a regular trip. But Joe portrayed himself as he was trying to communicate with the ghosts and spirits there as an angry person. So now his another nickname is Angry Joe, Sheriff Joe. But I know him as Joe Tasso. He's a great guy. I've known him since we sold timeshare. So, Joe, you are the winner because, yes, a pivot.
I was wondering where the hell you were going with this.
Oh, I said he was the winner. I was just trying to give him a virtual nice introduction.
It's the first time I heard you say that he was the winner.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, see, I'm so betrothed with everything that's going on in here. You got me chasing the red lights around here.
Well, no, I'm watching the girls.
So
I don't know what the hell they're doing.
They're doing scissor leg kicks, and then the gal closest to us, she is doing the upward dog movement in order to open up her back.
So we got a bear, a dog.
Listen, if you're a zoologist, doing CrossFit exercises is a great thing. So anyway, Joe is correct. Pivot and jammer and blocker are the 3 positions that are common on a roller derby team, and it is the jammer that is the one that scores your points for your team.
Now, why do they call her the jammer?
Person? Because there's men's derby.
Okay, why do they call that person the jammer?
First person to answer that question will also receive a set of tickets.
And replace Neal in the seat.
Joe, I think I have your email, so I will forward that along to the person need to, and you'll get the information to attend that show. So thank you, Joe. So we'll have another question coming up here in a few minutes. But yes.
Are they taking a coffee break? What are they doing?
I don't know what they're. It looks like they're putting back the equipment. No, they're putting back the equipment that they used because I bet you now they're going to get ready to skate, to lace them up, as you like to say.
Lace them up.
I forgot to bring my skates. I literally was going to lace mine up and skate with them a little bit, or at least after we're done, and not make a fool of myself on live Facebook. But they're putting away their equipment that they had out, the warm-up stuff. By the way, I'm about ready to take this helmet off because the front of my forehead is killing me. It's pinching me on the front of my
Really?
This is, I mean, it fits, but it's like, it's hard. I may take it off very soon because it's like the Hanukkah hat I had on last week was kind of squishing my brains. Not that there's much there in the first place, but I do like to keep them compact.
I didn't say that.
I know, I did. That's okay. All right, so here's another thing. So we covered entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, have you heard, and I know you and I were talking about before while we were setting up the equipment, listen, today is a very, 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 I don't think I can say enough veries in this, very politically conscious society now, right? You would agree to that.
Ugh, it's over and above.
Right? Overboard, right?
Overboard.
So there were two things that came up during the week via entertainment that I kind of rolled my eyes and I just said, really? One of the annual Christmas shows that I think CBS airs all the time is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Classic, right? About an underdog individual who makes it through, does their thing.
Family entertainment.
Right. So I like to look at it, as I just described, as kind of like the underdog coming through and succeeding. Nobody counts on him, but
great story.
Does his thing, right?
Yep.
Well, people apparently are pulling that show apart and have been petitioning CBS National to not air it. Because people out there believe that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a movie about bullying because of what all the reindeers do to Rudolph, and they don't include him in the games, they make fun of him. So now people are putting a bullying spin on it. Now, I could see that as a message, but let's face it. Do you not have to dig kind of deep into the movie to pull that reason out versus what I believe is the better story and easier version about an underdog who makes good and comes through? That's the way I'd like to take it.
I don't really know how to respond to that because, not having ever looked at it that way, when you explained it, I went, yeah, I can kind of see that. And that's just because there's been so much padding put on with these movements that are out there right now. I mean, what are we going to have next? All reindeers matter?
It's possible. Well, along that line, another musical hit that's known for this time of year, one of the performers that did it,
I'm taking it off.
Yeah, you gave up before I did. One of the performers dating back to the 50s on this is Dean Martin sang a song called Baby It's Cold Outside. Right?
When you told me this morning,
yeah,
I'm like, really? Come on, really?
Now you can YouTube Baby It's Cold Outside. Dean Martin is one of the ones that comes up, but you can click on lyrics and you'll see the lyrics to the song, okay? Again, it's a matter of interpretation, and I think that's where sometimes we go overboard in political correctness because people can look at a glass half full, half empty. Very basic, right? Very basic concept of how people want to look at the same situation. So I was reading the lyrics this morning at home before we came down here, and I had to really look deep into this song to try to figure out why this song was being connected to the hashtag Me Too movement.
And what did you find out?
I mean, in my opinion, I started reading it as a story about a guy and a gal who are together at her home, is the way I took it, is the way I interpret it. It's getting cold, it's snowing. He wants to leave, or she wants him to go to be safe. He's saying, no, I want to stay. Goes back and forth. They start getting intimate. She's pushing away. No, you got to go, get home safe. That's kind of the way I read it. And that's kind of the way I kind of took that song. It's a song. Back in the 50s, they didn't have a Me Too movement. Now, I'm not saying that inappropriate behavior didn't exist back then. I'm not saying that at all. However, not everything everybody did had an ulterior motive to hurt somebody. And so I did not, reading the lyrics, I did not, again, like Rudolph, I did not delve into the lyrics thinking, oh my God, this is about a woman saying no, 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 and a guy forcing himself on her.
Think of it this way. We have, 6 senses? Social media, there was none of that. We used one of our senses, which was hearing, and we heard words.
Right.
Now, because of social media and things being typed and printed, we're reading words and reading into it much more than has actually ever been in the term, baby, it's cold outside.
Right. Exactly. So, again, I just think with what's going on in our society today, people, organizations, whatever you want to call it, are too ultra sensitive and look for ways to gain their own notoriety by picking something out like these two examples and making an issue out of them. They haven't been an issue for 60 years.
Well, they're issues now, aren't they?
Well, there are, but I'm more concerned about the actual, this is going to sound really bad, but I'm going to say it as the words are in my head. I am more concerned about the actual events of, God forbid, a woman in domestic violence and doing something about that than I am worrying about the lyrics of a song and what they meant 60 years ago when the song was written.
Crazy.
Right? I mean, that's just me.
Listen, it's not just you.
Okay.
Trust me when I say it's not just you.
Okay. I feel better.
Your views on this are shared by many. Unfortunately, the reversal is also shared by many. And, what side of the aisle are you on?
Well, it's like I was telling you the story coming here when we were driving down here. I took a simple picture Tuesday morning coming west on Tropicana.
This is a great story.
From the Strip. I had to drop my daughter off at the airport. So I'm coming up towards the 15 entrance ramp, and I caught a view of Mount Charleston, beautiful snow-capped peak, just kind of sticking out between a couple of red mountains, right?
Sure.
Took out my phone while we were at a red light, by the way. I was not driving and taking a picture. Let me clarify that. Snapped a beautiful picture, and the caption simply read, "Who says it doesn't snow in Las Vegas?"
And all hell broke loose.
You would think, I don't know, I don't even want to compare it to something I could have said that caused this reaction, but there was such a discussion that went on the thread, and it's on my Facebook page, folks. You're welcome to go check it out. We got into a geography lesson because somebody took, I don't want to say offense, that's not the word, he took issue with me calling that area Las Vegas. Okay? Now, is it Las Vegas proper in terms of the valley? No, it's not sitting next to one of the casinos. Absolutely not. However, Mount Charleston, which does have its own community up there, okay? But Mount Charleston is part of Clark County. It has the same exact zip code, as I was educated during that thread, as the Providence area where Eileen is an assistant principal up in that area, 89166. If it's got a Las Vegas zip code, wouldn't that make it theoretically part of Las Vegas?
What canyon is it part of?
That I don't know. I mean, it could be Lee Canyon. It could be it's probably part of Lee because they got tremendous amounts of snow already, and the ski resort's already open up there. The convention authority's already opened the ski resort early.
Are you still checking weather back east, by the way? Because I still do it every day.
I do. I have Linden, New Jersey, my hometown where my sister is. I have Norfolk where Stacy is, and I can't keep track of Alyssa because she changes cities every other week. But yeah, I mean, listen, before Thanksgiving, New York, New Jersey had about 8 inches of snow.
Forget about it. It ain't happening. I'm done. When I moved here, having played sports my whole life, and I think I brought this up in another podcast, but people used to always come up to me and go, with all the sports you played your whole life, don't you play any winter sports? And I looked at him and said, you didn't realize I was a biathlete? I shoveled, I snowblowed, I'm out of here.
Right, I said goodbye to athletics. I'm a biathlete. But yeah, I mean, it's so even a simple, and I finally had to say in there, one of my comments back was like, folks, I just tried to post a nice picture. It's like we were on the weatherman, what part is where, you picture. Guys, it was just so this is how I think people, now, could I have overreacted to the person's response, taking issue with me calling it Las Vegas? Okay, I probably did. But you know what? It's a picture. Who in another part of the world knows of Mount Charleston, unless you're a skier and purposely go up there? More people know Las Vegas, wouldn't they?
Isn't it amazing that when you, on social media, post certain things, the one you say, oh, this is going to get a huge response, gets nothing.
Yeah.
And this stupid little thing has got 600 people commenting.
That is so crazy. Absolutely. Anyway, so those are just some things that popped up during the week that just drove me. And I think I texted you and copied you on some of it, just kind of in preps for this. But all right, so it looks like more of the skaters, because I think at noontime, approximately noontime Pacific, Hammer will be joining us here at our table, at our show table, while the ladies, looks like a lot of the participants are here for practice, getting ready for next week. So let's refresh everybody what's going on next week. Neal, you've got the flyer in front of you.
I do. Would you like me to read it? Or?
Yeah, you did such a good job last time.
Thanks.
And then I'll give another trivia question.
Perfect. Next week, Saturday, December 15th at 7 o'clock, doors open at 6:30 p.m., is KRINGLE vs KRAMPUS. Just for those who have just tuned in, we are at the Fallout Shelter for the Atomic Rollergirls. We're watching the girls warm up, get ready to do whatever they do. They're lacing those babies up. This is going to be a event, first whistle by special guest, to support the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. It's a tremendous organization. I always feel like Donald Trump. Tremendous organization. He'll tell me that after I read this, but that's okay. There's an after party featuring DJ True :129. I don't know what the hell that is.
That's the name of the DJ.
We went through this
Yes, we
earlier.
did.
Memory
Or
my
the song,
age.
or the song selection, one or the other.
Memory, my age. Second thing that goes. Okay.
I hate to ask you what the first
No,
is.
don't even ask.
All right.
Come for the game. Stay for the after power.
After
party.
party.
Power. Well, there'll be a lot of power at the after party. Tickets are available at the following website: https://kringle KRINGLEVSKRAMPUS the number 2 dot bpt.me.
You did that so well that I was typing it in as you were saying it, so I'm putting it in the chat box too for people to click on.
Good, because I don't want to say that again.
No, that's not an easy site. So tickets are available. You can get early bird tickets to participate online for $12. You can get general admission tickets for $15, or really the best deal, VIP seating. You're guaranteed a seat, $20. Plus, you get a goodie bag and you get some
look,
drink
there's
vouchers.
somebody skating. Look, this is impressive.
What that she's
I'm sorry,
staying
I
up on the
didn't
skates?
mean to interrupt you.
No, that's good. That's
But
good.
this is really good. This is cool.
But she's going the wrong way because I think they go the other way. She's going clockwise. I think they skate counterclockwise.
But see, she does the crossover thing that
Yeah.
I learned how to do with skates.
Right. That's how you turn corners.
Unbelievable.
And kind of gain speed. I'd love to. I'm so disappointed in myself. I forgot my skates because
I
I would have
would've-
gone out there after we got
I
done.
would have loved to seen you up there. Look, she turned around and she's going backwards.
See, I can't turn around. Once I get going in one direction, I'm done for.
This is good.
That's why knowing where those poles are, and thank God those poles are padded. Although I noticed the middle one's not
I
padded.
found the Italians. There are poles here too.
Okay, so you can send your comments to Neal. All right, hey, just another reminder, our friend Eileen Jacobson, who is a certified hypnotherapist and emotional freedom practitioner, she's got an event. She got sessions coming up on December 10th and December 17th. There are 2 sessions available each day, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. or 7 to 9 p.m. $99. You only have to go to one of the 4. You don't have to go to all of them. She's got another one coming up in January, which we'll talk about in a couple of weeks, that is a multi-sessional program. But this is just to kind of help you get through the holiday stress and stress eating and all that stuff, and depression.
We all have it. This is a wonderful way to look into helping situations that may arise, that may have arisen in the past, that you're uncomfortable with, and you want to learn how to deal with them. I highly recommend this.
So to attend, and it's great, and I have something, I was talking to a doctor friend of mine, and he came up with a suggestion to deal with depression too, and I'll share that in a second. So call Eileen, 702-277-5856. It's $99 a person for signing up for one of the sessions. However, if you bring somebody with you, each of you will not pay $99. Both of you will save $10 on each enrollment, so it'll only be $89 each. It'll be held at Eileen's house, so it'll be a comfortable, relaxed environment. She can comfortably hold 5 to 7 people in the house, but if there's more, she'll make it work. So again, that's Monday, December 10th or 17th from 1 to 3 p.m. or 7 to 9 p.m., $99 a person, or bring a friend, and both of you will only pay $80, or each of you will pay $89. Bring more than one friend. Call Eileen, 702-277-5856. So I was talking with a doctor friend of mine about depression in this time of year, and he was telling me about, you know, one of the worst things that adds to depression and sadness is it gets dark at 4 o'clock. We lose the sunlight, how much we thrive on the energy of the sun, vitamin D. There is a device you can buy. There's many out there. Sun lamps, or therapy lamps, they now call them.
Of course.
Right?
They're no longer sneakers. They're athletic footwear.
That's right. That's right. So we're talking about something that's maybe no bigger than the size of our soundboard. And what it does is it's got light that comes out that's basically equal to like sun rays. Now, there's different levels of what they call lux. That's the volume of unit of light that comes out, okay? You only need to spend between 10 and 30 minutes once a day in the morning because it's like charging your battery. Anything less than 10,000 lux is not worth your money.
Do you get a tan from this? Or
I don't know if
has
you
it
get
any
a
advantages,
10.
or-
The advantage is it charges your battery. you only, listen to this though, you should only use the lamp from about October, November, until early spring. That's it, because that's when the days are shortest.
Now, do they have documented, that's the word I'm looking for.
There you go.
Information on why they suggest October to April, or is it just because that's when that big yellow thing in the sky is at a certain level?
The shorter days start happening at that time. Of course, we know December 21st is the shortest day of the year. I mean, look, by 4 o'clock, it's midnight. It's behind the mountains, so theoretically it even gets darker earlier here than it would any other place without mountains.
Correct.
So by 4 o'clock, you can lay down and think it's midnight, when you're... she just successfully rolled and jumped
Somebody
over.
just rolled right in front of me. Where the hell did she come from?
It was the flash.
So here comes another one. They're going by and we're waving. Okay.
We're waving. They're going to swing by us. Maybe they'll skate behind us. Anyway, so those are the shortest days when you need the light, and the energy of the sun literally energizes us. So it is recommended you only do it in the morning for about anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. You could sit and have your coffee, read a newspaper, be on your computer. You could set it up right next to you. So I actually searched it on Amazon after finding it out from this doctor person, my doctor friend. These things only run on average about $40. They're rechargeable.
Wait, can you get them on Amazon.com? You can. You just said
I'll
that.
talk faster. You listen slower. You are so enamored with the skate. There's about a dozen skaters out on the track right now.
This is really cool.
Have you never seen roller derby live?
Well, on TV, no. I've never seen it live, and I really want them to skate behind us. I'm trying to get their attention. Skate behind us.
Well, they're rolling on. We'll get Hammer when she comes over. We'll get her to get him to come over.
Right.
By the way, I want to recognize someone who just joined our chat book. Dario Herrera has joined our chat book feed. Former politician in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
He's now enjoying private life. So, Dario, thank you so much for joining us, and everybody that's out there. We appreciate it. Now you've once again taken me off track of what the heck I was talking about before you got enamored. But, we were talking about the lamp. Yes, you can buy it on Amazon. That's why I searched it, which is what I said before you asked me. They're like $40. If you're on Amazon Prime like I am, you actually get free shipping.
If you buy them between October and April, they are higher price.
That's right. That's right. It's like gasoline prices. They go up at certain times of the year. But, yes, you can do that. And first of all, let's reset everything. It is high noon Pacific time. Hammer should be joining us here in a few minutes at our table, at our what I call our studio booth. Here we are. Where are we? We are at the Fallout Shelter on behalf of...
the Atomic Rollergirls.
Don't point to the sign. How about the one behind us? They can read the one behind us.
I'll point that direction. Listen, it's a tremendous cause that the girls are involved with. We've mentioned a couple times on the show about an upcoming event.
Next week.
Which
you and I will be at.
We'll be there. And,
freezing our tuchuses off.
Yeah, and I'm going to be the rodeo clown.
Right.
Because I'm going to see if I can get and break up a fight. This is really impressive. I got to tell you something. First time I've ever seen this live. And
all they are is. Didn't you ever go to a roller skating rink growing up?
I did. You know what? And I went to a bowling alley once, and this is cool.
All right, let me ask our next trivia question while you watch what's going on.
All right.
Now, as mentioned by Joe, the other two positions besides a blocker is a jammer and a pivot. Now, when they're out on the track, they have to be identifiable for the judges, the referees, to be able to know when to award points, because points are earned by the jammers. So they wear special headgear on top of their helmet, okay? Tell me what you've seen on the helmet of a jammer and what is on the helmet of a pivot in order to differentiate the two on the track so the referees can award points. If you can tell me what they wear on top of their helmet to separate themselves for each team, you will get 2 tickets to the comedy show at Alexis Park.
So we talk about scoring.
Yes.
This is how they score.
Right.
Are there? And listen, I'm a layman to this.
So am I. Well, hopefully when Hammer joins us.
Are there judges on the side with like a stop clock and a?
First of all, they're called referees.
Okay, referees.
Because they are in a striped shirt.
Do they wear stripes? Oh, that was my next question. You were ahead of the game.
I know.
Do they have a stopwatch and a clock and a bell? And how do they count the score? Is it they flip over charts? Or I really want to know how this is
Okay,
done.
well, yeah, actually, here's the answer to all
they're
those.
all together out there flying.
Here's the question for those who are still listening. Yes to all of that, because the referees are in the middle of the track because they're watching the pivot and the jammers is to know when to award the points. There's hand signals and everything to the clock monitor and the scorekeeper that are off the track, like the table that's in front of us now.
Yeah.
Hammer told us that that's the scoring table.
Oh.
Because what they'll do is they will electronically, I believe, plug in an electronic scoreboard like a basketball board.
What do they plug it into?
Well, you see the power outlets that are there. Remember what we're plugged into.
Oh, so they put it up on the wall?
No, they won't put it on the wall. They'll probably just have it stand on the table right in front of us.
They need it on the wall. I'm going to talk to them.
Oh, you talk to them. Maybe Portnoy Gallery will sponsor that for them.
Yeah, there you go. I can sponsor a wall clock.
But they do have a timer because, yes, I want to say, and I could be off on this, I think each period is about 10 or 12 minutes, and you do have a half. So, and they change players. There's a couple of different – it's like a hockey team.
All right, what about penalties?
There are penalties awarded for doing improper things like hip checking or tripping. And they come off the skate, and there are advantages for teams. Yeah, so in a way, there's a lot of hockey rules in here.
Yeah.
Similar to hockey. So there is a lot of that. So
there's a girl out there. She looks about 6'4". Oh my God, she
in the
killed
gray
me.
tank top.
Yeah,
there's a couple of them that look like they're well over 6 feet.
It killed me.
You see, now they're rolling. They're rolling going through their exercises backwards, which I'm lucky if I get rolling forward, I'd be happy with. So again, I'm looking for the answer as to what are they're called helmet covers, is what they put over their helmet, which differentiates. There's something on the cover that separates the jammer and the pivot when they're on the track in order for the referee to know when to award points. If you can answer what those are for each position, you will win 2 tickets to the comedy show over
No, the reason I'm
over at Comic Battle at Alexis Park.
Can they? Because a couple of the girls have really long ponytails,
right?
And they're wrapped like the.
If they get yanked down by the ponytails,
no, I'm not
that's
yanked
a penalty.
down. But can they grab it and whip them around to get through and score points?
Not based on the ponytail. No, there is a proper way to.
Is that a penalty?
That would probably be a penalty. Dave Linden is watching. Thank you, Dave, for chiming in. There is a way to properly pivot the jammer. The person. So, okay, how can I say this?
I don't know.
You watch pro wrestling every once in a while? You know what a tag team is, right?
Yes.
So picture one of the opponents of the other team hanging in the corner all by themselves. They're like down and out, right? They're just
reaching over, waiting to get tagged.
Well, okay, but they're in the opposite corner. They're not by their partner.
Correct.
So the other team is going to double team them by one of them taking the forearm of his partner,
right,
and kind of throwing him into the corner onto the other guy. That's a pivot. It's a throw. It's a toss.
Okay.
So if I had your arm and you were skating and I was the pivot and you're the jammer,
I'd come up with another injury.
I would basically take your arm that's closest to me and push you, throw you, and give you strength and momentum, basically, to get around the other team's blockers to score points. So that's a pivot.
Got it. Do I have
it's as clear as mud, isn't it?
No, I get it. I'm just in
awe of what they're doing.
It really is unbelievable.
Now, Hammer's actually out on the track right now. That's why she's not sitting with us. So I feel like we're calling play-by-play. That's Hammer there in the plaid pants, number 127 in the black tank top. So hopefully she'll be able to join us here when she's done on the I was going to say on the ice. Because I want them to come over and introduce themselves to us and get on with us and talk about next week's event. So anyway, let me go back over that question again. What are the helmet covers that a pivot and the jammer wear? They're not wearing them now, so you can't see.
That's why I'm confused.
Unless, of course, they break them out and get into a bout practice setup.
They grab the pole. I finally saw somebody stop by grabbing the pole.
Stop by grabbing the pole. That in other parts of the city, grabbing the pole could have a whole nother meaning.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can go to atomicrollergirls.org to learn more about this team and what they do in the city. So again, let's talk about real quickly next week. They're raising funds at their event called KRINGLE vs KRAMPUS to raise funds for the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation. Next week, all proceeds, 100% of money coming in is going to the organization, which means that all the teams in the league, and there's about 4 or 5 teams in the league that the Atomic Rollergirls belong in, guess what? They are all a 501c3, and they raise funds to help others. These girls are not paid for their time on the track. They are not in any way, shape, or form doing anything other than having fun.
It's a networking event.
There you go.
Them.
There you go. Dorothy Portnoy just joined us. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Dorothy.
Neal is so mesmerized by the action on the track right now. I can't get him to concentrate on doing it.
This is so cool. They lift one leg and they go on one leg and they go backwards and they and they have the same helmets that we wore.
Well, I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody wearing the blingy one like you have.
I had a
I see a
bling.
pink one.
Oh, she came to almost a complete stop on rolls, blades, stuff.
Wheels.
That's the word I was looking for.
I know. That's why I'm here to help you.
Thank you.
So again, I'm still looking for an answer. What does a jammer wear in their helmet? What does the pivot wear on their helmet cover when it's their turn to be in those positions? I wish I could get Hammer's attention to see when she's able to come over, but she's out there participating. Let's see. Let me throw another trivia question out there. What is called, okay, here's a term which I think most people can figure out. Rink rash.
What?
Rink, R-I-N-K, rash.
What do you get for that?
That's the question. Well, you'll get 2 tickets if you get it right. What is rink rash on a roller derby track? What happens? What is rink rash? You get that right, you get 2 tickets to Comic Battle at Alexis Park. 9 p.m. show Thursday through Sundays for that. Andrea, thank you for joining us. Dave Linden's out there. Dario's out there. Lorelei, Mark Stevens, Barry, Sharon, Michelle is out there, or at least they were. Joe Tasso, thank you, Joe. Lisa Vasquez, Lisa, I hope things are well. Sheila Cooper's out there. Mitch Gainsbourg is watching. Sharon Ann is watching us. So we appreciate everybody for stopping in. Please reshare our feed. Thank you. We look and sound great. So that's good that the sound is working. I'm sure Dorothy saw the picture of you and I that you took and we posted earlier.
With the headgear on.
With the headgear.
Headgear. I'm going to just call it a headgear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very impressive. They're still doing stuff out here.
Well, so let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Let me tease you with something. You know which one is Hammer, right?
Yes.
She's actually off the side there now.
No,
that's not her. No, that's not.
No, she's got the funky pants on.
There she is.
There she is with the black and the white. She's pointing.
So if you would like to take your headset off.
I was thinking about asking if I could do that, Daddy. Thank you, Daddy.
No. Meander up there. To see if you can get her attention just to find out when she's able to come sit with us. I meant like literally go walk up to the track so you can get her attention.
They may hit me or
well, if you stay on this side of the red line,
yeah, but I can't.
You'll be safe.
The testosterone level that I'm taking shots for now.
Well, Hammer's in the middle in the holding position. So
all right, I'm going to go get her.
See if you could, but take your headset off. I don't want you dragging the equipment with you. So just see if you can get her attention. Make sure you're not going to trip over any cords. So Neal is going to venture up to the track because I know this is like walking onto a baseball field for him. He is so enamored by I wish I could turn the camera around to see what's going on. Sounds like there is some instruction going on. They're getting a lineup, getting ready to practice. Hammer's off to the side. Neal, walk around over there. Get her attention. See if we can get her attention. Oh, we got her. We got her attention. She's going to come join us for a few minutes. So I'm going to quickly scoop my chair in the middle. This is why you love live radio and live TV, because things happen for real as they happen. So, Hammer, come on in the middle if you can.
Come on in.
Sorry to take you away, but Neal has been so enamored.
I'm blown away.
He's been dying to walk up. I gave him a reason to walk up to the track, and that was to try to get your attention just so we get an idea as to when you'd be available. And I finally said, all right, Neal, go walk up there and go touch the track, because he's been I can't. It's like herding cats with him today, because I just cannot keep his attention on what we're doing here, because he's watching everything he's been enamored since you guys started your warm-ups.
I'm like, boy, is she quick. And then I looked and went, what do you call that move? And then I said, oh, wait a minute, they just grabbed the pole to stop. They told me that's how they do it.
And you're not supposed to grab a pole to stop. You're supposed to be able to stop.
Well, the girl grabbed the pole. Maybe she's
learning.
Well, she's learning, and she's not one of the stars. Hey, how many girls at a time are on the track?
During a game, there are 10. So
aren't they bouts?
They're bouts. Well, they're trying to start calling them games. Oh, now they're changing. They're trying to call them games, to better legitimize the sport. It is a professional sport. It's real. Hits are real. Full body contact. So they started calling them games instead of.
Now, how many years you been doing this?
This is my fifth or sixth
year.
You
look much better than we did in those headgear things. We looked
But you notice she's got a do-rag, a bandana on her head. Maybe that's what we were missing.
We should, with our bald domes here, have those do-rag. I had one once, and I wore it out, and some guy said, well, what do you ride, Harley? I said, I wouldn't get on one of those things if you paid me. why do they assume?
I actually have an answer to that. If somebody asks me what I ride, I could easily say my wife and win a lot of brownie points. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother show.
We talked about the Me Too movement. That's going to be added into that conversation.
But it's my wife.
It's his wife. As long as she's okay with it,
she is okay with it. I know.
Then we have no problem.
I mean, she's all of 4'3". How tall is she?
She's 4'11" and 3/4.
She is not that tall.
What do you mean?
I know. Isn't it crazy? The two of us. We do this all
I'm
day
Neal.
long.
I'm Neal. That's Aaron.
Yeah.
No,
right. It's crazy. So tell us.
Yeah.
Listen. Tell us more about this, because like Aaron said, I am enamored by what's going on here. You were doing all your exercises, and I learned about the bear and a lot of CrossFit techniques. Yep. What you were doing, and I said, look, I do that, but usually I wake up, because my body doesn't allow me to do any of that anymore. But then, like, you guys were getting in groups, and I said, well, how do you? And I'm all over the place. I apologize for that.
Okay.
But how do you score? What are the penalties called? Where are the referees stationed? And why isn't Portnoy Gallery sponsoring the big clock up that tells you how much time you got left in a match and all that good stuff?
So pretty much a beginner's guide to roller derby. So it's 5-on-5. You have 4 blockers and.
Yeah, really, we're going to need this.
And we put a little cheat sheet in the program. So you have 4 blockers, 1 jammer. The jammer is the one
who scores,
getting the points.
Okay.
Yeah, only the jammer can get the points. Now there's also a pivot. So within those 4 blockers, there's 1 pivot. The pivot can become the jammer if the jammer successfully passes.
Oh, whoa.
I have a trivia question out there about what the pivot and the jammer wear in their headgear.
So don't mention
to win
it yet.
Tickets. So don't give that part away.
Nothing.
Okay,
I say nothing.
So in other words, there's 5 offensive, as they say in Canada, players, or
no? So here's the thing about roller derby. It's one of the rare sports where skaters or players are simultaneously playing offense and defense at the same time.
Really?
We're constantly
Explain
switching
it. How
between.
does that work?
So when you have 4 blockers from each team on the track.
Okay.
You have 2 jammers behind those total of 8 blockers.
So they're behind them.
They're behind them.
And they got to get in front of them to score.
They have to pass them, and then they can start scoring points. So here's what happens. While you're trying to help your jammer get through, you're trying to not let the other jammer get through.
Now, helping them by doing what?
Hitting people, by
wonderful.
body hits. Yeah.
Full body hits?
Full body hits, yes. We throw shoulders, hips, yeah. No wrestling.
But now when you say, by hitting them full body, elbows, whatever.
Oh, no. So there's lots of rules.
Okay, there are rules. So
we've got
if
like
you don't live by the rules, you get what they call a penalty.
Penalty box.
There's a penalty box.
There's a penalty box. That is those chairs right over there between the skater benches.
But you got a good view in the penalty box.
Yeah,
that's a good view from the penalty box.
Yeah, but we don't want that view. We want to be on the track.
Maybe you can get that attorney that advertises, the Golden Knights games. We
often do have penalty box sponsors.
And I can do a caricature of him, and he can put it in the penalty box. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. We'll look into it.
We need a penalty box sponsor. We do that.
There you go.
Yeah, we need that.
What's the cost to be a sponsor for something like that?
We have a sponsorship program. We have different levels of sponsorship. I can actually, I will be putting that up on our website on atomicrollergirls.org. I will give you a printout. Yes, because we are.
We'll come up with something.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So let's get back to the 5 people, some offensive, some defensive, and 2 people that score, but only one person can score if the other person's incapable of scoring.
So,
I don't get that part.
So here's the beginner's guide. So you've got 4 blockers from each team on the track.
Right.
You've got 2 jammers.
And they're behind those 4 blockers.
They're behind the
I'm with you so far.
Right.
I'm good.
We've got 10 people on the track. 2 of them jammers. 8 of them blockers.
From both sides.
From both sides.
5 from the offensive, 5 from the defensive. But they both play offensive and defensive.
Yeah. So it's not an offense defense thing. It's not like, I don't know.
It's the red team and the blue team. Let's just keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah,
right, okay.
Red and blue.
Right.
So you've got 4 blockers from red, 4 blockers from blue, a red jammer and a blue jammer. Whistle blows.
Who blows the whistle?
The
guy in the stripe
timer.
Oh, there's a jam timer. That's a new one for me.
So we've got refs. We've got a pack ref, and then each jammer gets their own referee.
A pack ref?
A pack ref.
What the hell's a pack ref?
Well, those 8 blockers are the pack.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're the pack. They're watching for.
There's what, 3 referees in the middle.
There's 3 referees in the middle.
Do you have a
and
line judge like football or anything?
No.
Like
Yellow flag.
no yellow flags. Nothing.
Just
Whistles
whistles.
and
Yeah.
Oh, whistling,
whistles
pointing.
and yelling. Yes. Lots
I'm
of whistles,
getting
lots
a
of
real
yelling.
quick education
This
here.
is good for me because it's all coming back.
Yeah.
I used to do this in the past.
Yeah.
This is a good refresher for me.
All right, this is
Good.
great. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So whistle blows. Now those jammers are trying to get through 8 bodies.
Can you blow a whistle? All right, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Don't bring your own whistle. It'll mess everything up.
Oh no,
That
no,
would be
yeah.
cool, wouldn't it?
Oh no, it would not be cool.
When we do the event here, I want to be the rodeo clown. I just want to just for shits and giggles. I want to just break up a fight. Can I do
It's
that?
not Renegade. There's no fights on the track.
His nickname, though, has to be the Special Enforcer.
Yeah,
That's what he wants to be.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah,
That'll be his name.
because
We
you
can
came
do
up with
that.
it.
We
Yeah,
can do
okay.
that.
But go ahead. So we get
I don't
these.
have one yet for next week, but we got yours.
So
I can think of a few Yiddish terms I could throw in, but we won't go there.
Sugarnut would be
But sugar would be one of them. Go ahead.
you could get away with that. We can do
So you
something.
got 10
So we
players.
got 10. Yes, 2 jammers, 8 blockers.
Okay.
Okay. So whistle blows, tweet. Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's very loud, and all hell breaks loose. No, just kidding. It is a bit chaotic because what those blockers are now trying to do, they're trying to make a hole for their jammer to get through quickly, but not let the other jammer follow them through. So they're going to be instantly on that whistle. Hitting starts happening on that line.
All right, here's where I'm a little confused, and maybe you can help me out. We've got, well, listen, I've learned a lot in my short 2 minutes here, and I'll be back next week, providing. You've got 10 players,
Yes.
lack of better terminology, and are they separated? 4-2,
all
4-2,
mingled-
or
mingled
everybody's
Yeah.
together?
Because depending on your strategy, how you play the game, because roller derby is very strategic. There's
Okay.
a lot of gameplay strategy involved. Like, do you have a jammer that breaks through the walls easily? Or do they need a lot of help? Do they need a lot of offense? Are you up against a jammer that's really strong?
Do
and
they
you
go
need to focus
low?
on
Can some of
defense?
them go low? Did they
People
go
dip
underneath the
under.
legs and
they
stuff?
Can't go underneath legs.
Oh, that's a rule.
Yeah,
That's a penalty.
I've seen it happen. I've seen skaters. There's a game.
Kind of like the way a duo on ice
Yeah.
skating, they would pull the
Yeah.
legs.
Well, so here's something funny. So during RollerCon is a yearly convention that happens here in Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
It's held over at the convention center in the Westgate, and they have themed bouts. It's nothing but a week of roller derby and themed bouts, and they have a themed bout called Short Bus versus Amazons.
Which means probably short people and
Short
large
people
people.
versus tall
I
people.
was
Yeah.
thinking about you and I looked with the helmets
I
on,
think
coming off
it's
the
short.
bus.
Yeah, we were coming off whatever bus.
It might be called something else now, but I remember seeing Short Bus Amazon, or they have one Leprechauns versus Trolls, and that's all for short people, like people under a certain height.
Hammer, this is a professional league, so there must be stars that people in the industry that are maybe even sponsored by wearable items, paraphernalia,
Yeah.
the pads, the helmets.
Not in our league, but there are like the higher ranked leagues. Where our league isn't currently ranked, we're not in the.
What do you do to get ranked?
You have to be a part of the Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Association.
Okay, there's
and
an
then you
annual
have
fee to
compete-
join
Yeah,
in.
you have to compete against nationally ranked teams, and that determines your ranking. So that's something that we're in the process of getting everything we need to do.
How long have you
in
been
order to
doing
be
this
able
with
to
the
do that.
team here?
I founded Atomic Rollergirls in 2014.
Okay, so
this
it's relatively new.
very new. We just had our first our first competitive season where we were actually skating against.
Do you have a holiday
other
party,
leagues.
a Christmas party
We
for
do,
the girls?
actually, yeah. A week after the KRINGLE Krampus, we do our
Nice.
end of year kind of.
I'm all over the place today. I really am.
It's a
You were
pajama
correct.
party, yeah.
Yell at me.
Well, no, I started to hear myself and go, "You're really all over the place today."
All right, so I know you got to get back. I know you got to get back out on the track with the girls. But here's what I'd like to do after we're all done, if it's okay with you.
Yeah.
He's a visual guy. That's why he draws stuff.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe a little special, like setup, like a jam that's about to happen. We could stand in the middle, and you can kind
With the whistle, I need the whistle because you got to have a whistle.
We got extra whistles.
So with us in the middle,
Can I blow the whistle?
No. Yes. I don't care.
He wants a whistle?
I want to whistle. I want to blow the
He
whistle.
wants to blow the start whistle.
And then they, no, I'm not skating. But blow the whistle.
Had I
and
brought
go.
mine, I would have asked to go out there when we were done. So if you have skates that fit me, I'll go out there at some point after we're done. I'm a 12, men's 12.
You're 6 foot whatever. You're only a 12. I have size 13.
It's not size that matters. You should know that by now. It's quality. In my life at this stage, it is anyway.
Well, yeah. Thank
Anyway,
you.
I digress very quickly. So, all right, let's talk about next week. Okay. Tell us about next week. We have been talking about it, but I want you to address it.
So next week, it's our second annual Kringle versus Krampus, as you can see.
How'd the first one go? Pretty good?
The first one went great, and it was last year. The Kringle versus Krampus was our first public bout. That was our hello, welcome to Atomic.
Well attended.
Yes, very well attended. Sold out. All of our games sell
That's
out.
great.
So
That's
you got to
great.
get those online tickets early. I think we've maybe had one game that didn't sell out.
And we mentioned the website, which has got about 90 different characters in it. But no, I went through it. You want to hear how I do it? I do it really well. Watch this.
Well, you can-
Tickets are available at https:// Kringle, KRINGLEVS, Wait a minute, I'm not done. KRAMPUS2.bpt.me.
It's in the chat room. I posted it in the
So, or you could just go to brownpapertickets.com and type in the search Atomic Rollergirls.
Wait a minute. Now it just makes sense. That's what the BPT stands
Yeah,
for. Brown paper tickets.
that's the direct link to the event.
You're
but
supposed
you
to
can,
know this stuff. All right.
You can go to Brown Paper Tickets and search. Even if you put in Las Vegas Roller Derby, our event would
It'll come up.
Yeah,
Great.
it'll come up.
Great.
Yeah, but we just try to we put the link there because that's what we have on our website. You just click and go to the tickets. On our Instagram, it's in our profile. You click, it takes you straight to the tickets. The Facebook event page.
You know what I would like?
Click straight to the
And
tickets.
I keep interrupting, and I apologize. Okay. You know, for the visual, because I'm a visual guy, right? How cool would this be if they all skated behind us to go back on the track?
There's cords over here. These are our new girls.
Oh, they don't know. All right.
Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Let's compromise. First of all, it's 7:00 next week. 6:30 doors open.
Yes.
All proceeds going to the cancer.
We have an amazing raffle that 100% of our raffle goes to the Nevada Childhood
Can I
Cancer
donate
Foundation.
an art print for your auction
Would
from
be
the gallery?
wonderful.
We'll do that.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness, that would be wonderful. Yes, we can do. Last year we had a silent auction raffle, and then a portion of the ticket sales. We do a percentage
Sure.
of our ticket sales go to them as well.
We talked about bringing our headshots jokingly to autograph and have some fun with the girls. Why not, if it's okay with them, we should finally get one done of you and I, sign them, since we're here and we're going to be here next week, and auction that off.
Auction off the original drawing for
Of you and I, and autograph it and put us in the roller derby gear, whatever.
Oh, that would be hysterical.
And we auction that off as something. I don't know how much it'll get. It may get you $1.50. We may end up buying our own piece back for the most amount of money.
If I like it, I'm buying it back. I'm going to like it.
And then what would be nice about that is one of the things we talked about is I want merchandising as something to help you guys that we can also talk about at some point. But
you want to get a fan base. You want the girls to get visual recognition, and everybody wears wearable items. You know, those T-shirts, it would be nice with their nicknames on the back and the image on the front. But go, Aaron.
No. That's what I'm saying. So if you think that will help, if he does a drawing of the two of us, we'll autograph it, whatever, as part of the auction. Plus, he may throw in something of somebody that really is of stature besides us. But have something. I think that'll be great. I think it's a great idea.
That sounds like a good idea. I like that.
Tickets for you next week that I'm going to be getting.
Awesome. So Smack, she's out there.
Smack.
She's our raffle goddess.
Who's the little one that's very fast that can really skate out there?
I bet that's a
That's
jammer.
a jammer.
Is it the one in the red shirt?
I don't know. I'm colorblind.
I'll
No, I'm
tell you
kidding.
what,
I'm not colorblind.
As we sign off here in a few minutes, would it be possible to wrangle maybe all of them to stand behind us as we sign off?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
And
Well, we have a couple vets here because they come and help out. So this is our we call them lab rats. These are our new skaters. They're about halfway through their training, so they're just learning the kind of the good stuff now because they learned how to. First, we teach them stability. They got to be stable on the skates, and then we start teaching them how to block and hit.
So I know, and Neal is learning, we know Hammer's not your real legal name. What are some of the derby names of the participants that we could expect next week?
Well, I'm going to be Candy Pane Lane.
Oh, you changed nicknames?
We change. Yeah, we do special
This is
names
good for my
this.
witness protection program. I should do this.
Smack, a.k.a. Tina, last year she skated under Mistletoe.
That's funny. Mistletoe ho.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the roster soon because I'm going to be on the mic next week with the regular. I'm going to be kind of like the color guy, kind of.
You're always
the
a color guy.
I am. So I'm going to get a list of what the girls' names will be for next week. I don't know if you have them today or I'll get them emailed. But
to get them to me today.
Perfect. So I'm going to have a little sneak peek of the names. It'll be fun.
Yeah. And we try to keep it fun. We at one of our skaters, Fusion Power.
Is that like
it's a good
ho?
one. Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, her name is Sweaty Balls, and she hands out bags of sweaty balls.
Which one, is she out there now?
Fusion.
Hey, Sweaty.
Where's Fusion? Who's Fusion? Come here, Fusion.
Come here, Sweaty.
Sweaty Fusion.
Why did I know it would be that one?
God, you can interview.
Can I interview?
Go ahead.
All right, come on. You're getting interviewed here. You're live on Facebook at Twin Brothers from Different Mothers. Come on in here. You can sneak in between us. We're talking about all the stuff that's going on, and again, I'm getting a totally new education here. I'm blown away at the speed of the track, and I'm learning about penalties and the fact what you can do. But what I just learned is there's a new term in this game. It's called Sveti balls.
No. Not Sveti. It's not a Jewish term. Shwedi.
Yeah,
Get rid of the V.
I put my Yiddish touch on it.
But that's not for Christmas. That doesn't work.
Oh, so it's sweaty balls.
Shwedi. Shh.
I got a lisp. I got a lisp, and I got to dip in. Dorothy will kill me. All right, what do you call it? And then I'll give her the mic.
Sweaty balls. It comes from an old SNL skit.
How did you get that? What's going on with that? Why are you looking at me laughing? Listen, I put one of those helmet things on earlier. You could have laughed then.
We were off the short bus at that point.
This is what they call wavy hair. It's waving bye-bye every day. So I mean,
all right, give her the mic to answer the question.
Sorry.
So I'm an older skater and
More veteran. You're a veteran.
That's right. And I watched a lot of Saturday Night Live back in the day.
There you
and
go.
Alec Baldwin has amazing, funny, hysterical skit, Sweaty Balls. So I asked my coach if I could have that as the name. She said yes, and that's my name, and I'm keeping it.
So does this go in the back of your? Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah.
So
and when you're making an announcement, you can go and Candy Pane Lane just took Sweaty Balls out.
That's where the fun comes in.
you're going to do that.
Where
You're
I'm
doing
gonna
the
have
play-by-play
fun on
stuff,
the
right?
The other. What's the main guy's name?
Side dish.
Side dish.
Are you kidding me?
What am I?
Side
Coleslaw, chopped liver, chopped
right.
liver, and side dish.
Side dish.
There you go.
Perfect.
There's your Jewish.
We got a
for
new
you.
show.
Chopped liver and side dish.
Yeah,
So that's gonna be my job.
on the Hebrew channel.
Channel 18, of course. Simulcast on 36
love
and
it.
54. Oh, this is too good. We do this and we don't script crap around here. Anyway, although maybe we should. I don't know. So that's going to be my job as the color. Now, I'm sure Side Dish will be using the names to describe what's going on. And there are certain parameters of things you're allowed to say and not say on the PA system theoretically. But it'll be my job as the color to explain
that's gonna be
why
fun.
why Sweaty Balls took out Candy Cane Killer Lane or whatever it is.
I hope you say that.
Okay, well, make it happen. That is going to be...
If she takes it, she's going to the box for a penalty.
It's so worth it. I've got 6
She's gonna
more.
be like, I got 6 more.
6 more people on your hit list?
No, you've got 7 penalties.
Oh,
and
geez,
you
here we go.
eject
Another
the
rule I
game.
got to
know.
learn.
So it's like basketball. A player has 6 before you foul out. Here they get 7 before they're out.
7, you foul out. Yeah, you get.
Or you're skated out.
Yeah, you have to remove your gear and exit the
Do you
bench
get,
area.
Do you
Yeah,
get
have to leave the
escorted
bench
out, or
area.
you go your own?
No, you basically have to go to the locker room.
Oh, so can
Yeah.
you yell obscenities and stuff when you're leaving the
No, that reflects poorly on your team.
on the
There is,
team?
there is some dignity here because there are some... Oh, just choke myself. There are some younger viewers here that we want to keep it sort of G-rated.
Oh.
Family friendly event. We try to keep family.
I like propose, and we could talk about this off air between you and I. He's getting his feet wet today being here. For me, this is a refresher
Yeah,
course because, as I explained to Hammer...
Not the only thing getting wet here, but that's okay. I'm
Oh,
good.
stop that, will you
I'm
please?
sorry.
This is a G-rated show.
I'm sorry.
I also participated with the Sin City Rollergirls years ago doing PA stuff. So, a little familiar. So maybe after we get our feet wet together next week, maybe future home bouts, we will set this up
I think it'd be great.
and provide them internet coverage and call the bouts live online for people to see all around the world through YouTube.
And we sell advertising and all that.
We could promote and do all of that
and
stuff.
a portion
to
of the
help them.
proceeds would benefit the organization.
So maybe
I'm well ahead of you. I get this down. I'm good.
That's why he's older than me, because he's ahead of me. But so that's why I don't want to meet her.
Oh, I almost got checked.
What does it say?
off my
Leather
table
Havoc?
here.
That's Leather Havoc. Leather Havoc, and for the Kringle Krampus, she is Leather Krampus. She is the captain of Team Krampus. I'm the captain of Team Kringle.
Go Krampus.
Kringle.
All right. Okay. Anyway, where was I going? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Next week we're going to do
I didn't
internet
get you there
coverage.
this time.
We're going to get internet coverage. We're going to start. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, coverage and sponsorship and
Sure.
Don't keep fighting here on our show. I hope the Facebook hasn't. No, it's still going. Okay. All right. So I know you guys got to get back out there, and we've been on an hour and a half now.
We're
and
having
it's
a ball.
lot. We are. This is a blast. We're having a good time. So next week, tickets are available on brownpapertickets.com. Just search Atomic Rollergirls. It's $12 early, right? If you buy tickets in advance.
Are done. That was just for the first week. So now early bird was just last week. So online, get them in advance, $15. They will be available up until 24 hours before the game online.
Excellent.
So you have to get them before Friday at 7 p.m. At the door, they are $18.
What's the little bike
Well, so
rack
then-
things out there? Oh, you jump over those.
You should see what's. I snuck into that door to our right here, Neal, where all the ramps are for that roller.
I saw those things going.
They're ramps.
Yeah, they're
They're
ramps.
ramps.
Okay, ramps.
They're not those.
Did you practice in there? Or
No.
That's a different
No,
sport.
we had a clinic in here, and actually, those are the ramps from RollerCon. They have they have an indoor skate.
So the pricing that I've been talking about all morning, 12, 15, and 20, is all wrong because the 12 you said is gone. That's the
the
advance.
12 is the early bird, so the 15 is the advance, and then the 20 are the VIP. So the 20 is guaranteed seating because a lot of people buy tickets and then they show up at 8.
Right before the
8:15.
match, and they're standing.
Yeah, and then it's standing room only. So if you want to guarantee a seat, it's 20 VIP. You get a nice little goodie bag. You get some perks with it. You get a little drink voucher and everything. We have beer and wine available at the bar. We have concessions.
Eight shops or the suppliers of the equipment and say, look, we are giving out a goodie bag that evening. Would you like to put an 8.5, 11, or whatever?
Wicked Skatewear, they're based out of California. They're one of our league sponsors.
Good.
They donated a goodie bag with a gift card and
Perfect.
a shirt and a fanny pack. Yeah,
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Fanny pack. That
Our
seems
sponsors
apropos,
that we
doesn't it?
do send things to our raffle.
Did the term fanny pack come out of roller derby?
I don't know.
Because it really seems like it would
You know,
work.
fanny pack is a very roller derby thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and
That should be somebody's name on the track.
Fanny pack.
you know, Smack has the best fanny pack. She's got the one that looks like the gut, and she wears it so proudly. Yeah, she's got the one that looks like the hairy gut. Yeah.
A hairy gut.
All right. So I think, listen, I'm on my hotspot. I have no idea how much more I got on that thing. I bought 6 gigabytes from Sprint for whatever. So what I'd like to do is, I know you guys got to get back. So is there a way, I know I'm watching them jump over these things, and I'm like, I can't even barely skate. Anyway, you can call either the vets over or whoever you want. We'll get them in the background. We'll give one last plug for next week, and then we'll call it a day. Neal, is that fair?
Oh, that'd be great.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Bam.
So while they're figuring out who to call over,
Yeah, you're the.
she's the herder.
That's another thing. They got a herder in this.
Kitten Wrangler.
Kitten wrangle. You got it. All right, go.
Gentlemen.
All right, so we're going to get a couple of girls to come over as we sign up. Listen, we've had a lot of fun. Thank you, and I have to share the story. Back in September, my wife and I, we go down to First Friday periodically,
Sure.
And we went down back in September, and as we were walking around one of the areas, I looked up and my eye caught the table for the Atomic Rollergirls, and I looked to my wife and I said, "That's roller derby." I said, "I got to go over. I got to say hello. Got to make an introduction." So it was great that we made that introduction because that's how I met Hammer. Was at First Friday. We got to chatting. By the time we finally connected to get ready for this event, and that's how we're here. So things happen for great reasons. We're excited. This is a lot of fun for us.
Yeah,
She's really
absolutely.
tall.
Yeah, I'm very. I love it when a plan comes together.
This is going to be great, and with hopefully we can help support and get the word out more so that you'll get those. Listen, 160 people in this place would be wonderful, and I hope we get standing room only.
We've
Come on,
had
girls,
to
come on
close
in,
the
come
doors
on in.
where we've hit our capacity and we've had to turn people away.
Well, that's a nice problem to have.
It is. I mean, it's. I don't like turning people away, but there's these things called fire codes that we like to adhere to.
Can they
pesky
take the
codes,
chairs
yeah.
on the track? Because it really
This
looks,
is not pro wrestling.
No, but it looks good when they carry chairs and they're on skates and they're like, I feel like I'm going to get attacked.
if you're going to get attacked by a chair, that trust me, that's not a good thing.
Not a good thing? No. All right.
This is where's
Yes, let's do introductions.
Hi.
Where's your hairy fanny pack?
I have a hole in it, sir.
By the way, I'm Aaron and that's Neal. We're twin brothers from different mothers. That's our podcast.
So this is the one who gets all of our amazing raffle prizes.
Great.
She is our wonderful, wonderful, amazing. I can't say enough good things about her.
How long have you been skating?
6 years.
6 years. And
Do you skate with your glasses on?
Yes, I do.
Is that an issue?
Never. They've never come off. I've peed my pants skating, but my glasses have never come off.
See, you were yelling at me for making those comments
you heard that
earlier.
first here, ladies and
Right,
gentlemen.
right. So
We
it wasn't just
break
me.
all the breaking news around here.
Yeah, never broke my glasses. Yeah.
Knock on wood. Knock on that.
Yeah, don't jinx it. Not on our account.
Is it because you can't see without the glasses? Or?
I can, but my vision really sucks, and so it's just way better for me to keep them on.
Because I was a baseball player. I had a very good career until the wheels went on my body. But I used to always have to clean them because I'd be sweating.
Yeah.
Do you have to do the same thing?
because when I start skating fast and the wind hits my eye, I actually start crying, and I have to always
There's no
Yeah.
crying in roller derby.
My eye leaks. Yeah, it's just like
So you started 6 years ago. Yes. What got you interested in roller derby?
To be honest, it was we have this thing here in town called First Friday. It's the first of the month. I call it Artsy Fartsy Friday, me and my kids. I took my daughter down, and the other league had some skaters out actually flyering, and they approached us, and I talked to them about a juniors league. Got my daughter signed up, and honestly, after watching her very first practice, I saw some of the moms gearing up, and I'm like, what the heck is this? What are they doing? Why? And they're like, oh yeah, we skate. I'm like, I can do that? And so I asked them if I could try out. They had already started their training program, but they let me try out, and I could skate, and I was in, and I was hooked. It's immediate. You're hooked.
And over here, because she's not talking, she's just very fast on the. I was watching.
I bet you
her
she's a
skate.
jammer.
She can fly.
What's your campus name?
Not 100%.
I'm Am Bam. I've been skating since I was 4, but I just started with them less than a year ago, doing roller derby.
And you love it.
Oh yeah.
You must be a jammer most of the time. Yes?
I can't block or shit, so.
No, she's very fast out there. I was watching her skate, and
Absolutely.
she was going backwards and stuff. And I remember when I first started skating on ice, and I was so thrilled that I was able to do the wiggle thing, and you can go backwards. And I was watching your technique out there. It's the same thing. You just wiggle those ankles. Yeah.
Yeah, you just moving those
I
round things that you were trying to figure out what they were
I won't
before.
wiggle the hips because I hate loud screams.
How do you stop?
My favorite stop, turn around toe stop.
How do you stop?
I just recently was introduced to stoppers, so I like the turnaround toe stop too.
Okay.
How did you stop before if you just recently introduced? You hit the other girl. So because when we were talking earlier, when we first started the podcast, I asked her, I think, how do you stop? She said, well, you grab the pole. And then she said, well, you're not supposed to grab the pole. I was looking for the Italians and the Greeks, but they said,
Oh,
just
stop.
grab.
You know what? That's going to be another comment we're going to get today. All right. You got one more to find out. You got Fusion to find out back there.
I'm not Fusion.
No,
No. I'm Leather Havoc.
Oh, Leather Havoc. That's
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry. I got all confused.
Now you have a whole sleeve of tats.
Actually, it starts on my right ankle.
So it goes all the way up. Why only one side? I mean, that's a personal thing.
Do you
don't
not
have to
see
tell
her?
me.
Do you not see her right shoulder?
No, I didn't see anything over there. Oh, there it is. She's got that.
Havoc. It's her name. In case she forgets who she is, like me.
I have this.
That's where it went. You've got Krampus's tongue on
I have my little artist palette and my baseball. That's all I got.
Krampus's tongue on her. I'm like, who
Oh, that's Krampus?
she
I
rubbed
rubbed
against
against
my
the
jaw.
board.
Oh.
So it transferred.
So I have a temporary tongue transfer.
How tall are you?
Neal, give her the mic. 5'12". In other words, 6
5
feet.
foot 12.
Add it together.
Yeah,
6 feet,
1
Neal.
fathom. Yeah.
So you're 6 feet.
Yeah.
So on those, you're like 6'3".
5'14".
5'14".
Yeah.
What the hell? Are we in the metric
obviously she
system
doesn't
thing?
wa-
We did this one other show. Remember the metric? They screwed me up with those numbers.
Obviously, she doesn't want to tell people she's over
It's
6
kind
feet.
of an intelligence check. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
If we had time, I would have you do your whole shtick
We have a
about
chalkboard
with them, but
here.
we don't have time. So we'll save it for next time. We'll save that for next time. Ladies, we know you got to get back out. We're going to wrap up the podcast. So thank you for joining us. It's been a lot of fun. You're going to see us here next week. I'm actually going to be on the mic a little bit next week in the PA stuff.
And I'm going to break
God
up
help me.
fights, right? Because she said I can do it.
You're special enforcer. That's his Krampus nickname. So actually for me, it's Krampus my style. That's his name for me because he cramps my style all the time. But anyway, let's thank everybody for watching. Next week here, 7 p.m.
I got to tell you,
December 15th.
I've had a ball today. I've really had a lot of fun today. This has been a good visual, and I don't know what they're doing now. They're in the middle of a coffee break.
On lateral movements.
They're on lateral movements during their coffee break.
I know. There looks like to me they're ordering lunch. I don't know.
Oh,
Which is a good time. What is time? It is lunchtime.
I don't know. We've had a ball today. This
Yes,
has
it's
been
been great.
a learning experience. Meet new friends. I'm looking forward to coming back.
And I think these guys will hear more from us and Portnoy Gallery and efforts to help promote these guys and help them get to the. I mean, the fact that they're helping community as a 501c3 is a
And
huge
they're
step.
all about the kids. And
Absolutely. And that's
both
our-
of us,
absolutely.
we're all about the kids.
So for Neal and the ladies behind me and all the Atomic Rollergirls, hopefully we'll see you all or the majority of you next week. Parting thoughts before we say goodbye.
I don't know. You know, this has been a trip.
This is a first.
This has been a trip.
Skate fast, hit hard.
Skate fast, hit hard. Nothing better than that. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next time here on Twin Brothers from Different Mothers.
Oh, we had a ball. We had a ball.
Get out with a